When you're young, everything feels like love. From the moment you meet and every moment after that. And when you hold hands, you can never imagine letting go. Until you realize everything was fake. Things I'd like to say to my ex-girlfriend, Rudy Francisco. 1. If I could, I would nail these hands to the edges of stars. I would sacrifice this body to the sky in hopes to resurrect someone spiteful enough not to care about you anymore. 2. Staple me to a cross. Pierce my side with a broken promise and let me bleed all the crippled reasons why you deserve a second chance. 3. Loving you was the last thing I was really good at. 4. You want to know how I got these scars? Well, you see, I ripped every piece of you out of my smile. 5. I whispered you stardust. 6. I spoke you at the sunflower. 7. I dipped my hands into forever, touched you infinity, treated you like the last molecule of oxygen in the gas chamber. I was good to you. 8. You want to know how I got these scars? You see, I swallowed my pride and it clawed its way out of my mouth. 9. I realized I was never really your boyfriend. I was just your hype man. 10. I hope your next boyfriend gets smallpox. 10. Yes, I said smallpox. 10. I hate you. 10. But a part of me still loves you. 10. It's hard for me to count when I get emotional. 10. I heard that over 90% of human interaction is nonverbal. So 10. I would tie your arms to a daydream and auction you off to my fondest memory. I wrote this poem in my own spinal fluid, tied it to the backbone of a white flag so that before you read it, you would already know that I've given up. I'll just keep you here, shackled to the most important chapter of my life story, pressed into the basement of my eyelids like liquid salvation so that I can remember you beautiful, with amazing beneath your wings and an orchid smile, you gorgeous earthquake. You cracked out of the hourglass with sand spilling from behind your ribs. You wasted my time. Now, to the random guy who started dating my girlfriend 2 days after we broke up, yes, I read it all on Facebook. When I saw you were with a girl that I thought I would someday spend the rest of my life with, I walked outside and I said, there's no way I'm letting Ashton Kutcher catch me off guard. I waited there for about 45 minutes. Then I realized there hasn't been a new episode of Punk'd in almost 4 years. I suppose I'm the only practical joke in this entire situation. 1. Did you know about me? 2. If I ever see you in the street, I'm probably going to punch you in the throat. I apologize in advance. 3. Now, I know it makes no sense to have this much anger towards someone I've never actually met in person, but you see, my definition of love is being robbed in an alleyway 8 times in a row and hoping that something about today makes everything a little different. You see, there's nothing logical about cutting off the most important parts of yourself and putting them inside of hands that shake, that tremble, that crack like a Haitian sidewalk. 4, there was nothing rational about love. Love stutters when it gets nervous. Love trips over its own shoelaces. Love is clumsy and my heart refuses to wear a helmet. 5, Cupid is irresponsible. And I'm tired of him using my heart as target practice. 6. I've heard that time heals all wounds. Well, what exactly am I supposed to do on days when it feels like the hands on my clock have arthritis? 7. She always wore a heart on her sleeve, so tell me, why the hell do you look so familiar? 8. I think I've seen you somewhere in her smile. I think I've heard your voice somewhere in her laugh, smelt your cologne somewhere on her thighs. I bet if we dusted her heart for fingerprints, the only ones we would find would belong to you. 9. I have this envelope. It's full of all the butterflies I felt the first time she relaxed the Velcro from her lips and smiled in my direction. Now, most of them are still alive. But I suppose They belong to you too.